This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Disney Plus wants to know, are you ready?
Yes!
For Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, The New Avengers, now streaming on Disney Plus.
Let's do this.
One of the best Marvel movies of all time is now streaming on Disney Plus.
Hey, you weren't listening to me.
I said Thunderbolts, The New Avengers is now streaming on Disney Plus.
Meet the New Avengers.
That's cool name.
Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, The New Avengers, rated PG-13, now streaming on, you guessed it, Disney Plus.
Hi.
Welcome, everybody. How you guys doing? Doing good? Melissa, how are you doing?
You know, I'm here.
Yeah.
I got maybe 5 hours of sleep,
Ooh, okay.
but as you know, I have no impulse control.
Oh, and hey, preaching to the choir. Amen.
And so, you know what came out last night at midnight? Even though we're not talking about it till tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, I've watched all Bridgerton.
You're
I have all the
incredibly
answers.
strong.
Am I strong or am I weak?
No, because here's the thing. Whatever PEMDAS, it cancels each other out because you were weak to watch it at midnight, but at the same time, you were strong to stay up late. And at the same time, you're strong to know that you have to wait a whole day before we talk about it. Like,
Yeah,
that's
but
actually very strong.
I feel very satisfied though.
And I love to hear that.
Yes. So I can't wait for us to talk about it. The thing is, I was like, I'm just gonna watch it through. I'm not gonna stop and
Yeah.
analyze it. So I will. That's why I have more strength for later today because I'm
Okay.
gonna sit down and actually analyze it, and
Yep.
then I'll actually be ready to talk about it. But
That's what I did last time, except I did have to skip the Sophie Be My Mistress line because I was like, I can't actually watch that again. Like, I had to do that once.
yeah.
Don't make me do it again.
So make sure after the last episode you stay for the post-credit scene.
Okay, Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm so excited. I was telling Mats, I was like, are you ready tonight to watch like the rest 4 episodes of Bridgerton? And he was like at once. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I will do my best, but we might have to watch it twice. And I was like, that's fine to watch it
That's
twice.
fine.
I'm
Yeah.
going to just watch it.
Yeah.
Straight
Each
through.
episode's like an hour and 5 minutes long.
Wait, that's new.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I might start later this afternoon.
It just goes by fast.
I mean, once I'm into something, I'm into it. And truly the only way I can pivot is last night we were watching Hijack with Idris Elba. And so the last season, he re-hijacks a plane. This season, he's re-hijacking a train. And I do wonder if next year is going to be like automobile or a ship.
Is he going to go to space? I feel like that's always the next answer.
Ooh, maybe he'll go to space. But we were on a cliffhanger and Mats was like, we got to go to bed. And I was like so butthurt about it. And of course I forgot about it once I woke up this morning. But I've been like, you know what? I can't wait to finish it. It's going to be great. We'll watch it tonight. And then you bring in Bridgerton. I'm like, don't even give a shit about Hijack now. Now I got to finish Bridgerton. I have so much strength to finish television shows at like 4 a.m.
Me too.
It's so hard to
I
not.
like how you reframe it
Yeah,
as
it is
strength.
strength.
Okay.
Because otherwise, like there are other days where like it hits 10:30 and I can't keep my eyes open on the couch.
Mhm.
But then, no, if I'm finishing a television show, 5 a.m., I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, time for bed.
I was literally like the longest 3 minutes of my life from 11:57 to 12 a.m.
What do you mean?
Because I'm just sitting there like,
because it comes out at 12
yes,
West Coast time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising.
I know.
Oh, we never have to wait. We always get things at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Wait, that's like
Because if it
low-key
was
fucked
9,
up.
it would be so easy.
No, I
That's
assumed
so
it was
easy.
9.
No, it was
Oh my
midnight.
God.
I'm just sitting there waiting, and it was so long, and it got to the point where I just had to X out and come back in because I
Oh, yeah.
had overstayed my welcome. on Netflix. They're like, you got to leave and come back. We can't just start.
It's not refreshing now.
Right.
Fuck. Damn. Oh my God. I cannot wait. I am so fucking excited. And you just got me like re-excited again. Except now I'm a little concerned that they're all over an hour.
Yeah. They're long.
Maybe I'll watch one while I eat my dense bean salad.
I think you've had enough.
Yeah. Everyone, my life is being controlled by my desire, my fear to not get colon cancer, and the, question mark that is how you get colon cancer. And the only thing that they're like, make sure you have enough fiber. And so I'm being ruled by the dense bean salad and the consequences it has on my body.
I think you're doing too much. I think you need a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe a whole salad isn't. Maybe we just have like a dense bean side salad.
That's what I did yesterday, and I think it definitely. You're right. If I think about how I felt yesterday, I'm definitely like a little bit better today, and I did do it as a side salad yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good call. Eat your fiber, everybody.
Yeah. Also, like, have some fruit.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid. I have kiwis right now. That's the only fruit I have. I'm a little afraid of the kiwis.
I love a kiwi very much so. And I've never been one to eat the skin.
Yeah.
But I've been getting the ones that aren't as hairy. Like the hairs aren't as long. And it's much more, like it's not a problem.
Oh.
And so that's where all the fiber is. I will. Yeah. That's where all the fiber is. So I've been doing that. And then I drink it. I drink peppermint tea with it. And that helps.
Oh, okay. So it's like a calming. Mm-hmm. It's a gentle movement.
Yes, a gentle movement.
Okay, maybe I'll try that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. I will send me what those kiwis look like.
I will.
Well, everybody, this is Don't Blame Me, where we give you advice. We also gossip. We gossip about your lives. We gossip about our lives. You can call in and write in and gossip about other people's lives. It's a podcast for nosy people. So
that's our new tagline.
I like it. We constantly are coming up with new taglines. Mm-hmm. So if you want to call in and get our advice, you can leave us a voicemail at 310-694-0976. International listeners, you can send us an audio message at meghanpodcast@gmail.com. For both of those, you have to keep it under 3 minutes. And then if you want to write in, you can type it up to the same email address. You can send us a DM, or the easiest way, fill out our form. It literally gives you all of the info that you need to give us to be able to give you the best advice and hopefully the best outcome. And if not, update us.
And just a reminder, if you are caller writing in with an update, please give us a summary of your original call and if you remember what episode it came from.
Mm-hmm. That would be very helpful. So, shall we save some lives?
It's a beautiful day to save some lives.
It is.
If you watch Grey's Anatomy, you know what I mean.
Nope. I don't watch medical shows, you know. You know that about me. Everyone trying to convince me to watch The Pitt. No way.
Quite The Pitt is like
never
medical drama on steroids because it's 1 hour within it's like a live hour.
When I found that out, I was like, oh, you guys are sick fucks.
Yeah.
You're sick fucks. And I don't want to watch any medical show where nurses, PAs, doctors are like, yeah, this is really accurate. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to see that at all.
No, I might watch a episode, but when I watch it, it will be after I watch Paradise.
Oh, thank God. So that we haven't even started. We're going to start it from the beginning again.
I don't appreciate how they're not using on my Hulu when I sign in. They're not using Sterling K as the person to get me into the show.
Oh, who are they? Are you using Shailene Woodley?
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense because I didn't even know it had come out yet. And we were like scrolling through Hulu and Mont was like, oh yeah, Paradise. And I was like, oh yeah, it should be out. And he was like, we just scrolled past it. And my eyes didn't immediately go to it. And I think it's probably because I was assuming it'd be Sterling K. Brown on the poster. Also, she's new this season. We don't even know who she is.
And it doesn't even look like the same show that before it was like him in a suit and like other people in suits. I have no clue what this show is about.
Totally.
You're not about wrong. The president?
Men in suits. Yeah. James Marsden, President James Morrison and Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah. And so that, but like what they're using now is just like a still image of her with like a beige background. It tells me nothing about what the show is.
I know season 2 is like, we're being introduced to like a lot of new people and like a pivot or whatever, but like we haven't done it yet. It hasn't, like, do that for the episodes. Like, don't do that for the show, because that's not the show that I'm used to.
Right. So I don't know if it's because she's a woman, and that I only watch 3 things really on Hulu. I watch General Hospital and Grey's Anatomy and Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know.
But it's also Black History Month.
True.
Yeah, and there's Black women in the show. I mean, and also we've met her, and she's in this season more, I think. But like, we were already introduced to her before, so I would have recognized her and been like, "Oh, hey,
yeah,
suspicious,
very interesting."
When they change up the art for things, and I go, but what the fuck is this?
It's not even like key art. It's not the art it's just like a still image of her from an episode. Weird. It's not actual art.
Oh, that's very weird then.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I can't wait for you to watch it. And then after that, you need to watch Ponies. That's actually imperative and important to me, because I'm so fucking worried it's going to get canceled. Even though it is the highest rated show that has come out this year so far. It is so good. It's like, it has everything. And stylistically, it's just like, it's done phenomenally. Like, it's plot twist after plot twist. They have great chemistry, all of this shit. And I'm just worried it's going to get canceled because I like it.
Yeah. Well, Beauty in Black is coming back.
Well, you'll watch that in like, what, a day?
That show is too much to watch in a day. There is so much happening in every episode. Like, people get shot, people get BBLs, people get run over, like people get non-shot where everybody around them dies and you think that they're dead, but no, they just play dead. Like, it doesn't make sense. Nothing. It doesn't make sense. One episode, the girl that got the BBL, she was running around the next episode, even though she spent the whole season in bed. Like, it makes no sense. There's strippers, there's drugs, there's piss. Like, the show makes no sense.
I don't even want to ask any follow-up questions.
And I love it.
Hey, well, if you ever need a break from that and you need to go to USSR Russia, to the KGB and lesbianism and girl, I would say that, like, weirdly enough, like, the word I would use to describe this is like girlhood. Like, that is like the through line of all of it is like female friendship, but like how, and like you can see it in like so many different characters and so many different plot points at so many different ages, but just like women need to trust women trust other women, and when women trust other women, like, that's how women succeed. The whole thing is just like, it's just phenomenal. And by the way, Peacock, Melissa, I saw full titties riding on a dick that they projected to like the size of a building, and then it was like a 30-second scene where I said, my God, that's a lot. And then the next episode started the same way. I swear to God, we almost saw penis entering vagina. We also saw flaccid dicks, and I said, this is Peacock.
Well, it's in the name.
I was shocked.
I recently canceled my Peacock, and I am regretting it because of this show, and then also Kiki's show, The Burbs, which is getting phenomenal reviews.
I've seen clips, and I mean, I've been excited for this since the trailer dropped. Yeah. And I was like, this is filling the hole of the Grosse Pointe Society hole in my heart. So you gotta, like, oh my God, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And by the way, a lot of mustaches and a lot of men in short shorts, because it's the 70s.
Next time you pitch the show to someone, don't start with Russia. That just didn't.
Well,
that's what made me make the face initially, but then you kept going, and I'm like, I'm in.
Well, I feel like I have to give you, like, it's 70s USSR. Like,
yes, but you said it's exciting. It's Russia. Like,
okay, I probably should have ordered those words differently.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we just got to reorder our pitch.
I should have probably said they're in the CIA.
Yeah.
That's why they're there. God, it's so fucking good. Everyone, please watch it. For the love of God, I'm so terrified it's going to get canceled.
Okay, let's take a break, and then when we get back, we'll get into the first one.
1 in 5 Americans have learn a new language on their bucket list. If that's you, because it's definitely me, make 2026 the year you finally check it off with Babbel, the language app that makes grammar fun and is actually worth your time.
Learning a language with Babbel is all about small steps, big wins, and progress you can actually track and feel. Their bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are also easy to remember. Just 10 minutes a day is enough to start seeing real results.
And Babbel recognizes that real-world connections are really what makes language stick and learning a new language. So their courses are designed by over 200 language experts who are, drumroll please, thank God, a prerequisite for us, real human beings. And they're teaching you relevant words and phrases that you'll actually use. Because I look back at what has retained in my head prior to working with Babbel, like things that were relevant to me when I was, in middle school. Now, rarely am I ever going to need to ask someone in Spanish, where is the library?
Right.
But that's what stuck in my head because in middle school, that was relevant to me.
Yes, and we're also just kind of learning phrases and things, but Babbel really makes it so that you can really jump in and embrace the culture of learning and not just learning phrases or making it a game, or you're really learning the language where I can have an actual conversation with somebody.
And Babbel's more than just lessons. They even offer a large collection of podcasts where Babbel experts reveal language secrets and offer an inside look at local cultures.
Babbel has over 25 million subscriptions sold worldwide, and with 14 languages to choose from, every course comes with a 14-day money-back guarantee.
Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, you can get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/don't blame me.
Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/don't blame me, spelled BABBEL.com/don't blame me.
Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
AI is incredible. It can teach you how to fry an egg and even write a poem, pirate style. Yarr! But it knows nothing about your work. Slackbot is different. It doesn't just know the facts. It knows your schedule. It can turn a brainstorm into a brief. And it doesn't need to be taught. Because Slackbot isn't just another AI. It's AI that knows your work as well as you do. Visit slack.com/meet Slackbot to learn more.
We're back. First up, this person is 22. My friend and I got into a fight almost a month ago and haven't talked since. I got upset that she was flaking on plans, only talked about her new boyfriend, and would bring him to hangouts and leave him in the parking lot for an hour, etc.
Okay. Kim Zolciak.
That's this is where I'm people wouldn't even treat a dog like that.
No.
Or people would be very upset if you treated a dog like that. To me, this is loser behavior, but I don't think I'm ready to give up on the friendship. Should I reach out even though I feel like she was dead wrong? No.
What do you want?
Exactly.
You want to continue this friendship? Then, yeah, reach out, but tell her about all the shit that she's doing and what needs to happen for you to continue the friendship. But if you are just reaching out because you're lonely, no, go find another friend.
Yeah, and if you're reaching out because you want the friendship to continue, that's going to come with asterisks. That more likely than not will come from you needing to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, and taking her side and apologizing and thus the behavior not changing. So if you're looking for it to be hey, I would like to just move on from this and never talk about this again and just have this be a blip and eventually you'll have another issue in the friendship and it will probably compound with this. But if you're just looking to move past this in time and just be okay, agree to disagree, you can try that. But like I said, it's going to compound with other issues. And if she doesn't see the error or doesn't see or doesn't understand why you're not enjoying her behavior as a friend and why it's not really friendship behavior, she's going to keep doing it and you're just going to keep resenting her. So I'm not against being water under the bridge kind of a thing. I don't think if you're looking for a straight up apology, I would reach out. I think if you're looking to be hey, one last try, a Hail Mary. Let's try and have a conversation, try to move past this, but like come in with like an open mind and also be willing to, I don't know, like compromise or settle on some of your points if like the friendship is that important to you, and being hopefully open to her doing the same thing. But if it's like, no, my friendship is conditional on the fact that like you agree with me, then I think like unfortunately that friendship was already lost, because it doesn't sound like she's been a good friend recently anyway.
No. Has she been in a relationship before? Is this how she's treated relationships before? Is this her first relationship and she's not sure like how to be in a relationship? I don't know. Are y'all getting drunk and he's your DD? Like, why is he just in the parking lot? That's what Kim Zolciak would do. She'd have her now ex-husband, but when they were first dating, he would drive her places like a chauffeur and just sit in the car.
I'm worried that she's driving and he's in the passenger seat sitting in the car. That to me is like much worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, is he the DD? Like, why is he going everywhere with her?
Yeah.
They obviously have attachment issues. What's the root of this issue? Also, like, do you like him? Do you want him to be like with her? Because if not, then you're just going to continue to resent her and him. And do you see this as like her forever relationship? Because if you're going to want to be friends with her forever, you're going to have to accept him in your life.
Yeah, but you're also 22, and so like the high likelihood that it is their first relationship and that it won't last forever. And so if you keep pushing the friendship as it is now, will you resent her enough that like by the time that they break up and like she's learned and grown from this, that you're like already done on the friendship, like you're spent? So like I think sometimes like stepping away from friendships while someone is like in a relationship that's all consuming isn't necessary. It's kind of like putting a pin in a friendship. Like it's not like a set and done, we're ending, we're never going to speak again. It might be. I tend to give people grace for like how they act in their first relationship to a point. And then it gets to a point where being like, okay, this is no longer like just annoying or just inconsiderate. Now you're displaying traits of someone who like I don't like in a friend. Like regardless of anything, like there are choices that you make or things that you do that I'm like, okay, too far. I can look past like getting caught up in it. I can look past like being giddy and excited about all of this new stuff and just getting like obsessed and thinking everybody else is too. But I think when you cross, the issue, when you give people that kind of leeway, oftentimes they will go a little too far. And like I've ended friendships for that reason. And I just think you have to ask yourself why you want to reach out and under what conditions would you be able to continue the friendship and under what conditions would you not? Because I think like you have to weigh out the likelihood of that when reaching out, because otherwise you're going to probably end up more disappointed and it's probably going to cause more issues.
Yeah. How long have y'all been friends? How long has she been with him? It matters. You really gave us like 2 sentences and that's it. So,
and also how bad was the fight?
Right. Like, did you call her a stupid bitch cunt and say that you're being loser and everything that you exude is loser behavior? Because
it is loser behavior.
It is, but you don't say that.
No, you say that to us. You don't say that to her.
So, like, were you at fault in the fight?
Oh, and maybe that's why you're feeling like you should be reaching out.
Yeah.
That you might be right about your point, but wrong about how you made it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a tough place to be in, because I think at that point you like low-key just have to kind of like blanket apologize, because when the delivery is that poor, it's kind of irrelevant if your point was fair or your point was correct. Like you lose that footing once you kind of go that low.
Yeah. And I'm bad when somebody pisses, because this is something that I've worked on in recent years, but when I get mad at somebody, I hold it in to the point where I start resenting them. And then when I reach my breaking point, then I go off on them in a way that's not constructive and hurts the relationship. And you might be the same way. This is something that I've worked on like the last 5 years. So I'm not how I used to be, but like that was something I had to realize about myself.
Because it feels like a disproportionate reaction to the other person. But it's not. It's just compounded.
Yep.
I'm the exact opposite. And I find more often that people are like that, like how you have worked on being, like the prior version, that people get like so like when I like bring up being upset about it, like they get so upset, and I'm just like, okay, I'm willing. I bring these things up in the moment as they're happening. Like I can't fester on things. Like I just it does not work for me. And so I will, and I have impulse control. So like I will just like say how I'm feeling in the moment, just like get it out of the way. And people who find that to be like deeply abrasive, but at the same time, inevitably it's the same thing where it's like then it comes out with all the times that like they've been upset with me over something. And I'm like, you totally can tell me that. It would have been more effective in the moment. And like, maybe this is why I have started to feel issues with you, is because you've been having this harboring resentment towards me and therefore have been treating me in a way that I haven't necessarily liked. But it can kind of feel like tit for tat. But unless both people are on the same page, it's just like you're completely different, like stratospheres fighting with each other on different levels that eventually just like blows up.
Right. What was your approach? Right back, let us know, and we can continue to assist. I'm guessing you probably haven't reached out because it's been a month. You're waiting to hear from us. So give us more information and also tell the truth, because a lot of times when people give information, they like to put themselves in the best light. Give us the truth.
It's okay. We've all been there.
We've all been there. We're also like in dealing with conflict. We have been on different sides, so we can help you through whatever you want. So just let us know.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of conflict, Katseye.
I know. I have been like deep diving on this, and like I did not watch the show. So like I can't.
I didn't watch the show, but I've seen highlights from it.
Me too. And most of the highlights I've seen have like painted a specific narrative about Monon, which I'm like,
being lazy.
Yes, which already seemed odd because I'm like, you flew to like, I don't know, she's Switzerland, Swedish, which is one where they speak French. Switzerland. Switzerland speaks German and French.
Okay.
So maybe that's where she lived. Somewhere that they like flew there to recruit her because they found her. I think they found her on Insta. Like she's just gorgeous. She's a model, beautiful, and like she is the quote unquote visual of the group. And so I'm like, you worked so hard to recruit her, who like a girl who was not singing and dancing and performing.
She's
you worked
Swiss.
Okay, yep. You worked so hard for that. That's what I learned from the Winter Olympics when I go, let's speak in French. You worked so hard to recruit her to do something that like she was not pursuing, was not in her wheelhouse, in a competition show with people who were pursuing that, and it was in their wheelhouse, either one or the other of singing and dancing or both. And then you portray her as lazy? You brought this girl over on a fucking flight.
Like, you're portraying her as lazy because she wants to prioritize the mental health of the group. There's also like times where she was like, we need to stop and eat. And they're like, no. Like, you're considering that lazy?
Yeah. And so it feels like it now that I'm thinking about it, and it kind of feels like this has been the image that they painted of her all along for this.
Yes. There's been like campaigns or like quote unquote, like quizzes that they've had where it's like promotional things, and they would describe her as lazy within that.
What the fuck?
Yes. And like you said of her being like the image of the group.
Yeah.
Basically, Rolling Stone was like...
They're so shady, what they do.
Yes, they are so shady. But the person was basically that wrote the article, who I believe is a Black woman, was like, your whole group is built on image, not record sales, because you don't make music that has any substance to it.
Well,
so if
some
you don't
say they don't even really make music.
Yes,
they make vibes.
Dance and make vibes.
Yeah.
And so in that sense, like if you don't have your face there anymore, then what is the group?
What do you have?
Right.
Wow, that is a good point, because like they're like, okay, well, this person has the vocals on what? Where? Like, I believe that person can sing. I believe that person can dance. This entire girl group is built on vibes. And like she was literally brought in to be the aesthetic, the vibe.
Right.
And yeah, it's not, the treatment of, especially in girl groups, how there's like this singular Black girl and how that treatment goes. And I'm like,
it's been time after time again.
Oh yeah. It feels like obvious. Like there is cited in this way that it goes, this feels like the exact playbook of it. And I think one of the great things about social media is like you can just like click on a link and then suddenly you have a breakdown of how this has happened, like groups over the last like 50 years.
Yep.
That I do think that the results of this will result in her getting like the utmost support, because people are like, it's not going to be like, oh, 20 years from now, oh wow, that's what happened. I think people are realizing it's happening in real time.
I wish for the best for her.
I hope she gets what she wants.
Yeah.
Whether that's staying in the group, whether that's a break and coming back, or whether that's like a solo career. I hope she gets what she wants. And I truly hope all the girls like get what they want.
All right, we're going to take a break. And when we get back, we'll discuss some more stuff.
Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teenaccounts.
Your favorite local grocery stores like Kroger, Ralph's, Fred Meyer, and more are now delivering on Uber Eats. Get 40% off your order of fresh, quality ingredients. Whether you just got home to an empty fridge or suddenly got a craving to whip up something new, you can get everything you need delivered in as little as 25 minutes. Get 40% off your order with code Kroger2026. Plus, members get $0 delivery fees. Order now on Uber Eats. Orders of $30 or more save up to $25. Ends 4/30/26. See app for details.
Kraft Mac and Cheese is better than 90s hip-hop. We'll remind you of your childhood without making you feel incredibly old. Kraft Mac and Cheese. Best thing ever.
We're back, and as a refresher for everybody, you are not currently on TikTok.
Nope. I have not opened TikTok in maybe a month now, and y'all have to understand, like I said, I have no impulse control when I'm on apps, but when I'm done with them, I get rid of them. And then that's how I was obsessed with Monopoly. I was obsessed with the Marvel game. There's things that I go into these periods where it is like what I'm living and breathing. And then when I decide I'm done with them, I'm done with them.
That's great. See, I just have the short attention span. So like I will do them and then forget about them and then come back. I'm like, oh, very fun. And then I'm back in and then I'm out and then I'm back in and I'm out. So in most cases, if you were on TikTok and you hadn't seen this thing, I would be like, I got to protect you from it. I will not talk about it. I won't, like an Andrew Tate, like where I was like, I don't want to tell you about him. I want you to remain as,
I can't believe that
you went years.
Didn't know who that man was. Nothing. And I think only because he got arrested, that's probably why I now really know who he is, him and his brother. But other than that, I would have still been in a
totally. Bubble. You remained blissfully ignorant for so long. But this one is so viscerally upsetting to me that like you can't remain blissfully ignorant because I have to talk to someone about this. A woman, a white woman, it will make sense. I didn't need to clarify that once we get into what she did, but just to set the image.
Okay.
Got on TikTok and said, I learned this super cool hack from my friend who just told me this. And, I'm obviously traveling, and my friend who taught me this is a flight attendant, and this is like the best travel hack.
Oh, I already know what you're actually gonna say. It made its way to Twitter. Don't worry.
It hit the second tower.
Yes, don't worry.
The way that this woman took her dirty panties, thong panties, which if you were on these, those are the dirtiest of panties.
Yes.
You get a front and a back wedgie, one on purpose, one on accident. And she put them in the goddamn coffee maker at her fucking hotel and was like, now you just run boiling water over them. And then you just like, squeeze them out to dry. And I'm like, ma'am, have you ever heard of hot water from the sink?
Or you boil the water. Just boil the water and close the top to the sink and then pour it over that. You're disgusting. You're absolutely vile. You are a vile human being.
And now, by the way, this is why we're not going to have coffee makers in hotel rooms anymore.
They were already dirty to begin with, so I
would never
used them. They're already dirty. They don't clean them how they're supposed to be cleaned. But this, the only time I've used one for real is not for its purpose, but it was not for draws. I was at a conference and I was given a veggie platter, but I did not want to eat the raw broccoli.
Yeah, steam them.
I steamed it in the coffee pot.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now I'm like, okay, cool. We can't have anything now. And then she did a follow-up video, which, by the way, I hope to God that fucking video was at least 1 minute and 1 second long. I hope you made money off of that and you didn't just because you're gonna have to make a new account. People are never gonna get over this. She made a second follow-up being like, whoa, guys, as they always do. Did not know that was gonna blow up. Yeah, it's obviously disgusting. I was warning you. And I was like, you were not warning us. You put your goddamn panties in that fucking little Mr. Coffee. Does Mrs. Coffee know that you stuck your panties inside her husband's cranium? Your panties are inside him. She was like, I was like, I'm just warning you that people do this. I'm like, you are people. People don't do this. You did this.
Also, she made the stupidest face while she was telling the story, too.
No, it was just she was literally had learned, I found the coordinates to the treasure from National Treasure. I have to share it with you guys. And then tried to pivot on being I was warning you about danger. And I go, so why are you giddy at the edge of your seat? And it was in a way of being look how ingenious this is. And I know it's a little crazy, but I'm I don't think you're not realizing why it's crazy. It's crazy because that's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's crazy because other people use those things. I don't use, ever since I heard flight attendants be don't drink hot water or coffee on planes. That it's not clean enough. And I was like, perfect, great, wonderful. We'll never do that again.
Thanks.
But this, I'm you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything because people are just
nasty.
Disgusting.
Yeah, there's a rumor going around that she was being sued for $1 million. That's not true, but she should be.
By me, I'll sue her.
Yeah.
Class action. I didn't need to see this.
We all deserve.
We do. It's their compensation.
Oh my god.
I was just aghast by it, just disgusting. And have you ever heard of going commando or
or just putting it in the sink? How hard is that?
I just don't, because I'm if you want to be there's no running water anywhere except for the coffee machine, then that's the only place I can get it.
Where did you get your water from?
Thank you.
That's exactly. A lie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm if you want to be the most disgusting person ever, then do. But I'm just there are levels of ways that they're just don't wear underwear.
Literally, I think it was last year or the year before, but Tracee Ellis Ross was doing her own little travel series on her own, and she was showing how she washes her underwear on her trips. She didn't put it in a coffee pot. People weren't up in arms about it. She was washing it in the sink. I'm
also wondering, what are you guys just, as a middle schooler who's never knows when their period is coming, were you just throwing out do you know what I mean? I have memories as a teenager in school, taking my underwear off because I bled on it and you could see it through my jeans and washing my underwear and drying them under the hand dryer at my high school.
Yes.
I didn't say, hey, can I actually get in the teacher's lounge and get a slice of that Keurig? If I know that I travel and I recognize that hotel room, I would try and find the logs and then sue to be I ate your panty water.
Oof.
Disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting.
So where'd you see it, on Reels?
No, Twitter.
Oh, okay. The video or people talking about it?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, Twitter is a better way for me to digest information. Because it's fast. I'm not, with TikTok is the thing where you're scrolling and you're watching videos and videos take a long time. I'm reading a few things, and if I'm interested, I'll watch it and then I'll move on.
Well, they talk about that, psychologically, the endless scroll feature keeps people stuck on it longer. But for when you have to read it, it's not just a passive thing. You actually have to engage with it. It's not just background noise. And so I could see how that works a little bit better.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get into something that's kind of an update, but not really, because it was never, I don't believe it was talked about on the main show. I think it might have been a comment on Spotify maybe, and then we talked about it a little bit, but we didn't have all the information. We had more information on our live stream because this person came and talked to us on the live stream about what's going on with their cousin in a cult.
Yes.
So that's the backstory. I think they explain it pretty well. So if you have any questions, we can return later. But this person says, hi, friends. I'm the person who's been popping into the live stream sporadically with updates on my cousin's cult And recently found out SZA went to the big festival thrown at their center, and they put center in quotations, and then in parentheses, commune, once a year. It has a lot of surprise celebrity appearances from Bollywood, but I think this is the first time someone from the US went. I noticed that she was following the yoga and spirituality side of things for a while and went to one of their 8-day retreats. Instagram post from January 26 last year. Like most people who are interested in the group, she really appreciates the yoga and spiritual side of things. Like, I don't think a lot of people have looked into allegations of the practices / claims he's a god / taking money from vulnerable people, etc., which is not super advertised unless you know someone who's in it. I also saw they're offering a free online program for the next year, which I think has potential to draw more US / international audiences in. He's really good at talking in a way that makes it seem like he's really spiritual and has insights into the human psyche you can't get unless you go to the program / services. I also suspect there's a lot of manipulation-esque techniques at these 8-day retreats, the way my cousin has talked about how life-changing they are. All of this to say, it probably is the biggest yoga / spiritual / Hindu adjacent organization, so I could see how anyone genuinely interested in that would want to learn. I have no other takes, just thought it was interesting information. So they sent an article that I'll put in the show notes.
Your guard's down.
Right.
And so you don't look out protected for those things.
I mean, somebody else on our live stream talked about how they went to a coffee shop here in Los Angeles and they had really good coffee that was cheap. But when they looked more into it, it was a cult. And she was like, maybe I'll just keep going for the coffee. And I was like, do not do that because that's how they suck you in.
Yep. Yeah. So I think it makes sense to be, I mean, in general, I think we should be Googling about the people that we support and all of that kind of stuff. But there's also I don't know, cult mentality at CrossFit and things like that. So you can explain a lot of it away, especially when you're coming in as either A, I'm seeking professional help from these people. I am a novice at this and I don't know enough about this thing to be they are the expert. I am the pupil. I am the student of it. And I think that being comfortable with that power dynamic, because you're already seeking it out.
Yeah, because you want community.
Yeah. Makes the other power dynamic of being no, they tell you what to do. All of these things that is a cult makes it a little less drastic and obvious. So not that I'm saying if I would start a cult, this is how I would do it. But
it's just about building a community and making people feel welcome. And then after that, after you've got their trust, when their guards are down, then bringing them into what you see as your ideology of being right.
Yeah. But I would say that usually celebrities don't stay in the cults.
Right. A lot of times it'll be
they accidentally got there.
Yeah. How there's one down the street from me, not that the one that you've been talking about is going to have a come up, but the other one where it's yoga. They have yoga and meditation, and I was like, oh, this will be something cool that I can go to. The building is beautiful. They have lunches there, and then when I looked into it, it was a cult, and a lot of celebrities have been attached to it. They weren't a part of it, but they went one time, and then that one time they went, they use their names as credibility.
Yeah, and once people your fan base sees that, they will be like, "Hey, heads up, diva, that's a cult," and then they're like, "Oh shit, okay, let me get out." But in general, celebrities are the ones who hopefully. I wish they would also bring more light. Tiffany Thiessen's kind of that's not her name.
I was like, what did Tiffany Thiessen do?
She's another.
Oh, you're talking about, but was also on Saved by the Bell too.
Oh, thank God! I do think they both have Food Network
just
shows.
on the in the summertime for one season.
I had no idea. J-Lo's friend.
Former friend. They haven't been hanging out.
King of the Hill.
Yep. I can see her as clear as day in my head.
Me too. I can hear her voice.
Lisa Remedy.
Leah Remedy.
Leah.
And this is how we prevent dementia. By sitting here, working together, and figuring out the names.
I didn't Google it.
No,
I did.
I
I almost did. I went, and then I was like, wait, it's there. Just
this
hold
is the
on
test
to Melissa.
I give myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on to it, Melissa. It's there.
I will Google anything except if I know the answer, I will drop everything I'm doing and I'll sit down and be like, this is how you do not end up the same way your grandmother did, Megan. You have to work that fucking muscle.
Yep.
And I'm like, I will not forget.
Well, my grandmother worked her muscle and still got it.
I'm pretty sure.
Up until
genetic.
Yeah, it's genetics. Up until her dying day, she didn't recognize people, but that bitch knew every answer to Jeopardy. Like, it's not.
That's gonna be Moss. That's impressive. That's deeply impressive. Maybe that'll be me. It'll be pop culture Jeopardy though.
The one that has like 3 people.
Hopefully,
the
Colin
teams.
Jost isn't hosting it.
Yep,
By
that's
the way,
the one with the teams.
That part's crazy. I go pop culture Jeopardy, and you need 3 people on a team.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be easier. I understand if it's like goes generations, because I do think if it did that, Yumi and Mats would be an unstoppable team because like he can do sports and some
history.
Of his exactly.
Yeah.
But you and him you have this like pop culture similar timelines that you could do, but different ones.
Yeah.
Like different sects and different genres of that he would know that I wouldn't know. And then me, I'm full of random knowledge.
Yep.
Huge, all about it.
All right, let's take a break.
This episode is brought to you by Stouffer's. Here comes 3-time juggling champion Natalia Rogers. She's juggling law school, her TA job. Oh, narrowly catches the laundry. What's that 4th ball? Parents unexpectedly showed up at dinner time? Is that too much for Natalia? Not with Stouffer's Chicken Alfredo and its mouth-watering mix of Asiago, Romano, and Parmesan. When you're juggling 4 things at once and the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
All right, we're back. BAFTA Awards. Congratulations to Mr. Ryan Coogler for winning Best Screenplay. Congratulations to Wumi for winning Best Supporting Actress. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Because all of that, it's getting overshadowed. So we're gonna be happy about wins.
Very happy about their wins. And I've also seen that apparently they're the makeup artist on that, who was Chadwick's personal head of makeup, who did his personal and then does Michael B. Jordan's and all of that. The academies, so they basically go through the cast and crew or whatever, and they departments will submit, and then they will pick who gets to be honored. That the department head, the woman who designed everything, who has been a huge pioneer in makeup, specifically on camera makeup for Black actors, she's got completely snubbed. And it's it's a man who worked under her, who came 6 weeks later, and that's who they're deciding to honor instead.
That's
and
weird.
Instead of her. And it's very odd. And so it was someone who was making commentary about the awards seasons recognizing sinners but still making sure to be disrespectful. Well, it can't just be being honored. Will always be undercut with another aspect to it. And was this feels not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but this feels like an additional aspect of it.
Right. Yeah. But
I thought they looked so beautiful, so handsome, and I can't wait to see them sweep the Oscars.
Yes, me too. And SAG is this weekend. They're not calling it SAG anymore, though.
No, the fucking
it's called
Actors
the
Awards.
Actors Awards.
Okay, Teen Choice Award. That sounds so bad.
Presented by SAG-AFTRA.
Who came up with that?
I don't know.
It's so bad. I hope that this is the one
live
year.
On Netflix.
I know.
Breaking news, everyone. One of Megan's predictions has come true.
Oh my God. Which one?
Animal. A new animal has dropped.
Punch! You're right! Punch the monkey! Oh my God, a new animal dropped. By the way, this animal does not make me feel what Mudang did. Mudang, I was like, oh, adorable. Punch? The way that I have aggression towards animals I've never met before because they did my boy Punch wrong. I watch a Punch TikTok every morning and I sob. And Mats has to take my phone and be like, no more Punch in the mornings.
I feel like that Punch was set up for failure by being named Punch, because like he walks up to the other monkeys and like, my name's Punch, and they're like, okay.
I'm concerned he was named after maybe a traumatic event that brought him into this world. I'm concerned maybe he was named after the reason why his mother says, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, and apparently like IKEA sent like a lifetime supply of like stuffed animals.
Yeah, but he doesn't want, he wants his dirty original one.
Which
because that's the one that he's bonded with.
I've been a kid before. I don't want my replacement stuffy. I want the real one. That's disgusting and nasty. Wow, I can't believe I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. That Punch has dropped in 2026. Wow.
You know, the other monkeys, I feel like they've seen all the bad press they're getting, and now they're giving him a hug every now and then.
It's so performative.
And I'm like, you know, like maybe go to some classes and learn some class.
No, it just feels like
sympathy.
They're doing this for the cameras, and when like the lights go down, I know you're not treating Punch well.
Right.
I've seen Planet of the Apes. God, have you seen those movies?
I told you before.
By the way, there's about 35.
I know. My uncle made me watch. Like, he was a big, I can't remember. It was either
Caesar?
him or his son. They're both big movie buffs. I think it was my uncle, though, that he made us watch all the original ones, like the real OG ones.
Yeah.
And they've kind of, because it was forced upon me, I don't want to watch the new ones.
I couldn't watch the old ones. Mats has like asked if I have any interest, and I go, no.
I do enjoy how practical effects in it, and how it's like the people. I think the CGI takes out the heart of a lot of what is happening in the movies, because it doesn't look realistic in a scary way type thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
a little unsettling, a little uncanny. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the CGI makes it look too animal-like, and the point is like the human features within the animalistic. And so I think that's the CGI is taken away from that.
I just have such a strong affinity for a CGI monkey named Caesar. Like, I love him to death. And I want to say
they're apes, not monkeys.
True. Sorry, you're right. The genus is ape.
You can make an update to your list to mark it off.
Love to see it. And I can also check off some of the things that turns out had already happened that I didn't know about.
I'm glad also that noise, because I had no clue. There's just built-in sound effects that are in this app that we use to record. So I had no clue what I was getting, because it just says transition to.
Oh.
And it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it was very much a breaking news sound effect. Did you write down transition to is the one you got to remember?
It's in my head. But I wasn't going to say breaking news, but it inspired me once I heard it.
Totally.
Yeah.
It would inspire me to say breaking news as well. I love that. Did you watch Alysa Liu's winning routine?
No.
Why are you nodding your head then?
I thought you were going to be after, like, her speech. Things that she said after. I've listened.
My Bay Area girl.
Yeah, like I've watched that.
Go. It's what I'm fucking talking about. And everyone's like, she hit the Mac Dre pose, and the Bay Area runs so deep in my core and in my heart that I didn't even notice that was like not the pose that I was like that. I just assumed that's the pose that I'm like, yeah, that's what you do when you're excited. And I was like, oh, that's no one else is doing that with their medals. Okay, you're right. But there's the new season of Jury Duty. Trailer just dropped.
I didn't watch it, of course, but I didn't finish the Jury Duty. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Of all shows not to finish.
Yeah. I only watched like maybe the first 3 episodes. It didn't grip me like it gripped the rest of the country.
Wow. It had a absolute chokehold on me.
I know. That's why I watched it.
Oh, it was so good. So good. Oh, but did you see how successful the snowstorm was in New York? And by successful, I mean, like...
At first when you said it, but
I know,
then I ran it back through my head. Yes.
Yeah.
Mondani gave people $30 an hour to scoop up the snow.
And like 45 overtime or something?
Yeah, 45 overtime. And the city, so clean and like usable. It didn't shut everything down.
No.
And that's so smart.
Kids had school off one day, and then they were already back. And I saw these TikToks of people being like, what outside my bedroom window looks like at going to sleep and what it looks like in the morning. And I was like, oh, well, the snow melted. No, it didn't all melt. But like, it's not only that their like decks are cleared, their driveways are cleared, their walkways are cleared, the sidewalks are cleared, and then the roads were cleared. And I was like, that is so, it's like never been as successful. But I do keep seeing these interview clips of, I have to assume, some fucking like conservative Staten Island, whatever the Fox local network Staten Island worker, the reporter is asking, because it's a very leading question and they're definitely inserting their own personal views within the tone of asking him, of being like, so like, you know, you said that you weren't going to persecute the New Yorkers for hitting a wonderful NYPD with snowballs, and they're still doing it, so what are you going to do now? And he literally just takes like a breath and he goes, well, and they're like, what are the legal repercussions you're going to make that change? And he was like, so I will not be banning or criminalizing snowball fights. I will also not be banning or criminalizing groups of people playing organized snowball fights, because they're like, well, it's an organized crime. And it's like, I will not be banning organized ones. I do think they will be okay. And I was like, God, the patience that you have to not be like, are you fucking kidding me?
And did you watch, back to the Winter Olympics, but we're still talking about winter things. So Meg the Stallion was with Layla Edwards from the USA hockey team, and they had an incredible interview. And if you haven't watched it, please go check it out. And Meghan the Stallion, I should say, also posted, it's a very bad time to be my hater, LOL, I'm everywhere. And then underneath it, this is what I was seeing on my Twitter. And then underneath it was one of her like fan pages directly underneath. Meghan the Stallion is headed to Broadway as Zitler in Moulin Rouge starting on March 24th. Incredible. You haven't seen Moulin Rouge, have you?
No. I know. I thought about that as soon as I saw that pop up, and I said, would love to know who. Well, I have to assume, is it the 20s?
1900s. Circa 1900. Early 1900.
1900 to 1909, or went to 10? Moulin Rouge. Okay, that's what I thought it was going to be. The top hat.
Yes.
Oh, Bob the drag queen did it. I've seen clips of Bob doing it. And Titus Burgess. I've seen clips.
I know Titus ate that the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't. Meg in this outfit. Baz Luhrmann adapted it for Broadway.
Okay, then.
Very Baz Luhrmann. I'm so excited. I'm just, I'm thrilled when there's like wonderful stunt casting like this, that like someone who is talented and also specifically deserves to be in the theater, not just because of their talent, but because they're also, a safe person. I think the concept of casting like conservative celebrities, or like fiscally conservative, so the ones who are like, I voted for Trump, but like I like gay people, I know gay people, like casting them in Broadway shows as like a way to get people to join, I'm like, that feels like so fucking yucky, especially for like the rest of the cast, because you would assume that a person who's joining the theater, like in general, there's like, that's why the Christian Chenoweth thing was like so huge, there's like a handful of like conservative, specifically women, like conservative women in theater, and like they don't really work that much, like if they're out and conservative, and you just kind of assume you're not going to like put yourself in like a very diverse, very traditionally very, very stereotypically like flamboyantly gay kind of group and organization and performance if you are voting against their rights. And I hate when that happens. So this is, if I was in the cast, I would be so fucking excited.
Me too.
Like, so
I'm
fucking
sure they're
excited.
stoked.
I think I would. I don't know how I would like compose. I feel like there would have to be like a group meeting before her first rehearsal to be like, be fucking chill.
No,
I would just pass
like,
around beta blockers to everybody. Be normal.
But like, Meghan isn't chill. She is a fan.
Yeah.
So like, she just everything that I see her in, she just seems like somebody's best friend.
Oh, people fall in love with her. Like,
yes.
If they already weren't.
I don't think she would be fazed by that. Like, what was it that I was watching and she was freaking out over some celebrity. I forgot who it was. I'll try to find it, but she's freaking out over that celebrity. And it was like, this is the best day of my life. But then like a life-size Pikachu walks by behind her and is like, oh my gosh, it's Pikachu.
I was like, I love that. She did like a guest judge for the twerk competition on Love Island. And
I remember that. And it was to promote her swimwear line too.
Swimwear, yeah. She came on Love Island as a fan of Love Island, but more so, she came in after like a couple episodes. And again, like it is who was it?
Sandra Oh.
Yes. It was like it's like a 1 day delay so like we're watching this like live. So she goes in, freaks out screaming about who she's fans of. And they're like, oh my God, Meg Thee Stallion. She goes, shut up. I need to talk about you and your relationship. What the fuck was that? Like she's so invested in it that she was like, no, I'm a fan of you and I have limited time here. You need to, this is how I loved following her recaps, but like she was a Nicolandria from day one.
Yep.
And so everybody's like, are you going to ask them about it? And she goes, I'm gonna try my best. And she like made one comment and like was like, she set them up to be in competition with each other. So his like face was just there for her ass, and she was like, I'm just helping, getting close together. I'm like, I would die. I want to see them all three together now. And like Meg be like, you're welcome. Yeah, I did that. I helped.
I'm surprised they haven't run into each other yet.
I feel like I mean, like part of me thinks that they must have, and maybe they just didn't take a picture.
Was Megan at the NBA All-Star? I feel like she would have been there with Clay. And then they were there.
But they did the
celebrity game.
Yeah, which is a different timing. And I think she might have already gone to Milan at that point.
True.
Like she did early Olympics stuff.
It'll happen soon.
It will. And I can't wait for that moment.
All right. That is our episode.
We hope you all enjoyed. And get your eyeballs ready. Put some eye drops in. Prepare yourself, get your poofy sleeves and your period accurate garments because we're about to dive into so much Bridgerton.
It's so good, y'all. Like, I hope that by the time you're listening to this, you have watched all of it. It's so good.
I can't
Might
wait.
be my favorite.
I didn't want to ask, but I was just like going off a vibe that I was like, it without a doubt is up there. And I know that we share the same favorites, but like you're more favorable to the ones that like I kind of think are like a waste of my time personally. Yeah. But like if it's
except for Daphne and the Duke.
Here's the issue is like I really do I like the character of Daphne in the sense that like when she's with the other women and she's like bossing everyone around. I really don't like it in the romantic partnership because like consent is just a question mark in that household, which I really don't love. But I'm like, she would be great if she was just like being nosy and meddling in her sister's lives. Like,
and brothers. Because she was the one that
she got realized shape.
She was the one that realized that Anthony and Kate were
I
into
saw
each other.
A meme where she was like either propose to Kate or unfortunately, as the sun comes up, I'm gonna have to duel you. I was like, facts, love that.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna love it. Like there's just no shot unless you came on here and you're like, hey, because you're loving it.
My issues with some of the other seasons is they didn't focus on the main couples enough. And this season, the focus is all on them. I think that might be why.
The shift.
And I think that might be why I love it so much.
Oh my God. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to start it.
Okay. We're going to sign off so Megan can get on it.
Well, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.